Today I'm going to show you a new stencil. You can get this from our website. I highly encourage you to try it out. It is a lighthouse. Get this closer to you guys. See that out? Print it out. What I would do is I would get one of these stencil. You can get these at any arts and crafts store. It's made out of plastic, and what you do is you transfer your stencil onto here, cut it out with a knife or a razor blade, just like that. Make sure you do keep what you cut out. Don't damage this. This is very important. I'm going to show you how to use both stencils. First we're going to need one of our poster boards. Remember, glossy side, matted side, use the glossy side. Okay, using the stencil, we're going to put it right here. Now check this out, guys. I use magnets underneath this. It's a metal plate, just a thin sheet metal. You can use anything you want. And then I use magnets to hold my stencils in place. And just kind of place them where you think be more useful, more necessary to you. Alright, let's begin. So now we've cut out our stencil. Let's make it different colors. The bottom part I'm going to make it black, just like so. Now the top part, I've always liked the lighthouses to have color, so I'm going to use, you can make this black, I'm going to use red, just like so. See that? Just add some lines through it. Right here we're going to add some black. You know, just to make the distinction between the lighthouse and the top. Now right here, I'm going to add some more black right here. And I'm going to pass where the light is. It'll actually... Oh, and right here on the side, we're going to create a shadow. So very gently, add some black. That'll give it some dimension to your lighthouse. See that? Let me get this closer to the camera. Oops. And you have something that looks like this. Pretty neat, huh? Okay, now I'm going to show you how to use this to create a painting. I'll put that right there. With our magnets, we're going to hold it in place. Now this is the part you cut out from your stencil. We're going to match that right on top of our lighthouse. Good, because we don't want anything happening to our lighthouse. It already looks nice. Style lighthouse. So we're going to add just a lid. You can get this at any Walmart. I think this belonged to a plant holder or just a plate. Anything that is round, guys. Alright, so place that where you want it. I think I'm going to place mine right about there. Alright. With some black, you're going to mark the edges, just so you get a feel of where you placed your lid at. Good. Now on the side, we're going to use some orange. I think you guys are going to like this. We're going to add some orange. Whatever color you want to stand out on the bottom, you put it on the bottom first. For example, if I want yellow highlights, I would put the yellow first and then the darker colors on top. So we put our base color, which would be the orange, and then the brown. Now, I'm going to add, about here, some blue. And just like so. I'm going to add some green. Yep, some green. And later on, I'm going to show you some more advanced techniques that I have on creating water and water waves. But I don't want to overwhelm you, so we're going to start off real easy. If you guys have any comments, any questions, please contact me on my website. I know lately we've been busy. We've been out of town. We've been lucky enough that we've been doing all sorts of tours. It's been pretty cool. Now I went ahead and I sprayed that whole thing white on the bottom. That's because we use a poster board called Ghost Lines, and it has thin little miniature squares all over the place. So I color those in so you can't see them. Good. Now we're going to use some orange. right here. This is going to be our sky, just like so. We're going to use some yellow, just like so, and a little bit of blue on top. You can either use dark blue like I'm using, or if you have access to a light blue, which we do, you could use that, but I like those colors better. Now, to save time, I use a stencil. I really, if you have more time and you're going to make this to sell it, I wouldn't use stencils to make clouds. I'll show you that technique. But if you're like me and you're doing a lot of spray paints and you don't have time to do each cloud individually, create a stencil. Saves a lot of time. And you know what? It looks pretty good if you ask me. Okay. This is the clear coat. Let's keep our paints moist. Okay. I'm going to add some black on these rocks. Now, I wouldn't usually recommend you use more than 3 colors. It's usually not very good if you use 3. Make sure you use a very light coat on the last one. Okay, with our magazine sheet, we're going to create our terrain behind our lighthouse. Now, what I would do is I would create the back just like so. See how the orange is coming out? Really rocky-like. See that? And then when we get to this bottom part, I'm just going to fold this. Doesn't matter how you do it, but I like to just bring it down. Just like that. That'll give you a cliff effect on it. Okay, now for the water. I use a lot of different techniques for the water. This is one of them. Before we start, make sure the water is nice and wet. Okay, we're going to start from here. And I'm just going to I folded a sheet of paper, or a sheet of magazine, just like so. Make sure it leaves like an arc. And then barely touching the surface of your water, we're going to begin to create some water ripples. Just like so. See that? Just make sure you mix the paints really well. Good. Now in the back, I will show you a different technique later on how to create a sun. But for now, there you go. Now then, remember our plates? We're going to put that right on top. Try and follow the lines if you can still see them. I can barely see them. Right there. Good. Now I'm going to paint everything black. Black is one of the colors you use the most. Intermediate level painting. We are using stencils. And stencils are a little more hard to control than what we taught you in DVD number 1 of the spraycasso series. Now you guys remember how to create stars, right? Trying to do here. Alright. Now, I don't know if you can see the stencil, but it's still here, and it's painted black. Now I'm going to get my can. Just like we created comets in our previous pictures, I'm going to create the effect of light emitting from the lighthouse bulb. So, just like so. Maybe another one looking back. Good deal. Now if you guys are ready, let's see what we got underneath. Alright, doesn't that look good? If you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to contact me on the website. I've been asked to put a message board of a sort on the website. I'm sorry guys, I haven't had time to do much messing around on the website. I will put some more paintings up as the time comes by.